Today we'll be learning how to use the Countif function. The function is simple but very useful, and it's particularly there'll be a lot of use cases for people who deal with large data sets and are trying to summarize multiple things on each data set. But today we'll be learning with a very easy example that sort of would help us solidify the concept of Countif, and we can apply it whenever we find a use case during our work or whatever other analysis that we're doing. So here what we have is a hypothetical employee list structured in order of serial number, first name, last name, and state of origin. So what we'll be trying to do at the end of this exercise would be to find out how many staff on the list come from whatever state we specify on this list. Right. Again, what we'll be trying to do is to look at the list of 20 employees, serial number, first name, last name, state of origin, and based on their state of origin, we want to know how many staff come from that state. So a typical use case would be something like the LIRS, where you have to remit the payee of individual employees to the location where they're based or where they live. So a list like this can be very useful to know or to cross-check. Oh, so how many staff personal income taxes that you're remitting to Osun State, that you're remitting to Imo State, and so on and so forth. So very quickly, we would write the formula here because that's where we need the number of staff to be populated. And like with every other function in Excel, we start with the equal to key, and then we start typing count, and then Excel suggests count, counter, count blank, count if. Count if is what we want. We scroll there with our cursor key, and then we press the tab key. And then Excel asks us for the syntax of the formula. I'll take that again, equals, count, scroll with your cursor key to the counting function, and you press the tab key. Another way to do this is equals, count, and then you use your mouse, take it to the relevant function, and then you double click. Right, so for those of us who already know or familiar with this function, we're able to type the syntax required for the formula immediately, and then the formula just works. But for those of us that are not too familiar with how the function works, after typing the tab key, I recommend that you press Ctrl A. So Ctrl A brings out something called a function dialog box, and there we're able to see what exactly does Excel want me to provide, and then what's the result. So here, if you click in the box that says range, Excel says range is the range of cells which you want to count, and then criteria is the condition, number, expression, and text that defines which cells will be counted. So for range, what we'll be telling Excel is I want you to look at the 20 state of origins that are provided in the list, and for criteria, I want you to count the number of entries I have for a particular state, right? So we'll take that. So for range, we'll click in the cursor and then we'll highlight all the states of origin from the first one to the very last one. And then we click in the criteria box and then highlight the cell. Here, because we want it to be flexible, here we can just type Lagos, or we can type Osun or Kaduna, and it'll work just fine, but it wouldn't be flexible enough. So what we'll do is we'll reference this empty cell that says state of origin, such that whatever value or whatever text we enter there, Excel will try to count for that text. So once we do that, we'll press OK, and then now we're ready to start testing our function. So here we type Osun. Excel tells us, wow, there are 6 employees. Of the 20, there are 6 people whose state of origin is Osun. If we type Imo, tells us there are 5. If we type Kaduna, by the way, it's important to note that if you spell the criteria incorrectly, it wouldn't work. So if I typed KD and I forget my U and I just write NA, it'll tell me 0 because there's nobody from Kaduna. But if I type Kaduna correctly, it will work. If I type Ogun, Excel will tell me there are 2 people. If I type Abia, there's 1 person from Abia. Imo, there are 5 people from Imo. So it's a very useful function if we're trying to, and if the list were 10,000, a million rows long, it will work just as well. I'll do it one more time. So I'll clear this and we can leave that. I can clear it as well. So equals count if. I scroll there, I press the tab key, I press Ctrl A. For my range, I highlight all the state of origin cells. For my criteria here, let's try this. which was what I sort of described earlier. For sure, you need to put, if you're typing text, if you're entering text in the formula, you need to put them in inverted commas, and I press OK. However, because I didn't make it flexible, right? If I need to edit this, I need to either come to the formula bar and say change this to Ogun, or do it in the function dialog box. But the recommended way or best practice is to enter it into a cell that can then serve as an input cell. So I'll just open this. I'll just open this. I'll open the function dialog box, and instead of typing Ogum or whatever state manually, I'll reference the cell again, and then we're set. So how many people are from Imo? We know 5. How many are from Ocean? 6. How many are from Ogun? 2. So please have fun using the Countif function and let us know in the comment section if you have any problems. Thank you for watching.